Investigators are furiously trying to track down the terrorism connection to this case, and they are focusing on a trip the older brother made last year. Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Harridge is here tonight with an update on that. Good evening, Catherine.
Well, thank you, Brett. Some of the most compelling evidence and preliminary evidence comes from surveillance video and one eyewitness. During that carjacking Thursday night before a shootout with police, one of the brothers said, quote, "Did you hear about the Boston explosion? I did that."
Court records filed Monday show the Tsarnaev brothers walked into Boylston Street together 11 minutes before the explosions, each with a backpack. They split up, one heading for the finish line and the other toward the Forum restaurant, the site of the second explosion. 30 seconds before the first blast, the younger brother started fidgeting with his cell phone, presumed to be the method of detonation. After the blast, almost everyone turned around, quote, in apparent bewilderment and alarm, while the 19-year-old remained calm, suggesting foreknowledge of the attacks. As the court records were unsealed, the White House defended the FBI's investigation of Tamerlan Tsarnaev in 2011, 2 years before the Boston bombings, after a tip from the Russian government claimed the 26-year-old was a follower of radical Islam.
Well, we have a process in this country where we have to find grounds for action, and the FBI did an investigation and did not find grounds for action at the time.
Fox News is told that investigators are now doing, quote, a deep dive on Tamerlan Tsarnaev's 6-month trip to Russia last year and whether the 26-year-old had direct contact with known or suspected terrorists in the Caucasus region. Despite weekend denials, investigators continue to probe possible links to Islamist and extremist groups, including one known as the Caucasus Emirate.
We find our Chechen terrorists, including those related to the Islamic Caucasus Emirate, are fighting in Syria, Iraq, Pakistan, and Afghanistan, as well as elsewhere. And in 2007, the head of the Caucasus Emirate, a guy named Doko Umarov, actually directly threatened the United States of America.
The FBI was unaware of the older brother's trip in 2012 because he apparently traveled under an alias, or the airline made an error on the spelling. Based on a briefing Sunday night with an assistant director of the FBI, a leading Republican senator said the Bureau suspects the brothers had outside help.
The FBI and the CIA and every intelligence agency we have is scrambling to figure out what's coming next.
Fox News is told that in late 2011, the FBI informed the Russians on at least 2 occasions the Bureau had not found any derogatory information on the older brother and requested additional information, but the Bureau says there was no immediate response from the Russians, Brett.
Okay, Catherine.